Your peoples are driving around trying to get a good look at me. You got peoples that's on a time schedule doing element science, that's doing the timing because they're just trying to interfere with the frequency and sequency, trying to break in at a time. Listen, let me finish telling you. Be careful of Justine Sealy. Be careful of that chick because you got a chick named Emily Herminia of the Triple Crown Empresses that was acting, that was China, and then she was already sick, and then she was already trying to act and cause identity theft another type of way, and then trying to manipulate the physical reality. Know the difference with the Triple Crown Empresses, of them being the real empresses. Know the difference between the habitation, the continuance of the Triple Crown Empresses. I am the Triple Crown Magi Star Force Chi himself of all, also of all space. Know the difference of the individuals as a continuance of the love of the purity, and know the difference with yourself. And listen, keep everybody on the celestial earth that is bacteria, viruses, infections, sicknesses, illnesses, rashes, irritations. Be very careful. Like I told you on the last video, be very careful when you're doing vegetation. I had to remake the video and stuff. I was going to continue it, but because of people slamming doors, banging on the floor, and all type of funny things they were trying to do because they were trying to lose the signal a certain type of way. I don't know what the funny situation was, but I just came outside the fish tell you, listen, be careful of individuals planting vegetation because you don't want the natural anatomy of the celestial structure being planted and reflected even down to the element, and even causing your nurturement a certain type of way. When you pay me value, you don't want biohazard debris people paying me value that's literally paying to end your life because the type of value and currency of them trying to get into the economics and social economic system. You know, like I told you, watch individuals at certain points in certain other places that's already trying to identify things. It's just like, I wasn't planning to come outside for the day. I was going to sit inside and just relax for the day. But obviously, you had people that was probably doing things that just wanted to pinpoint an individual. You had people that was doing things that just wanted to pinpoint an individual to see an individual for the day. So I guess they're going out looking for something. So be very careful. And I'm going to tell you just like this. When people's doing vegetation, a certain type of work ethics is going to accumulate in value, and work is different. But people planting vegetation, making clothes, certain type of situations, you don't want people getting into the natural cloth because it'll manipulate the sequency of the natural covering for the purity and purity, and they won't be able to live comfortable. This is not an earth. Just because something happens, it's just like being wounded and then next thing you know, healing off the situation. You don't want to cause your earth to be a deterioration where they get rid of your earth. There's no reason for something like that. This earth ain't a hotel. It's a social economic education system. This ain't no hotel. This ain't no fucking brothel. This ain't no fucking chill place. It's for one's intellect and securing one's habitation of one's social economic equality for the future. This is what it's about. Anybody else trying to turn into some hotel or some other shit, and then there's not supposed to be other men in social. If you have men doing funny things already, then you know you got your my buddy little dogs. I already explained it to you already on the videos. Then good luck with you know what I'm saying, or your little kid sisters and shit. The other little versions of my buddy, the intake is even worse because now it's just a situation that it just goes in crazy a certain type of way. And then on top of it, if you keep seeing situations pop up a certain type of way on another note, on some other type of situation, then hey, you know, I don't know what to tell you, you know, social economic vote. So be careful of the things and the quality and the value that I get paid because international security, notice the saying international, have to pay my value. So you want the purity and purity to pay me for they can survive to the future. And I'm not threatening nobody. It's just the real physics of life. You just got to know your physics, know your mythology, know your metaphysics, know your science, and then you're going to find out how real what I'm saying is. And this has nothing to do with it. This is natural. Like, after a while, I'm saying so serious, you're going to come looking for me just to make sure you pay me a payment for you can even be able to survive. So rather it be the purity and purity of all beyond highest, quantum, mega, super, astrological, celestial, and celestial, and intercelestial, all-star, star cluster, astrology, constellations. I'm not going to say nothing about anything else. Pay me the money so you don't lose your life inequality a certain type of way, and you don't have biohazard debris trying to deteriorate you, trying to manipulate your finances to the value of your currency, of the revenue that reflects even in points of elements and the magnitude at the time. And then next you know, you got another type of situation, and then you're just wondering why it's leaving up to civil war, why your social economic system going down the flush, why people in international security is being infiltrated. You don't want these type of situations happen, so you gotta make sure you play me clean money, work money, upright money, not no fucking drug deterioration where other people been trying to manipulate how can I say this? The medical the pharmaceutical medical field and then causing deterioration. So be careful how things are being done, how things are being conducted, and how things are being ordered. And I'm going to tell you just like this, and to everything else, to international security, the other ways of higher social international intellect, and also the natural caretakers of the land and individuals of the natural habitation of the intellect, the teachers and natural reasons of the caretakers of the land that take care of different social economic systems. Like I told you, I already took care of certain other things. You know how to go get certain other things from other places. Give it to an individual, but don't waste the quality. Don't give it to no biohazard debris, and don't open the doors. And especially if you're doing certain things like that, and you go in other places, to the purity, to their precise point, for the development of individuals that's learning the social economic equality, for their habitation precisely to keep them healthy. Do not open the door for certain individuals a certain way, and don't get caught opening the door for individuals and trying to get at you. Because I be having people when I go to the supermarket that be waiting like they timing me to walk through the door, and when people be wanting to open the door and they want to make a scene. If international security, your private district police doesn't know what's really going on with the physics, then you need to let them know before situations start getting out of hand. Because I'm not going to be looking stupid because I open the door for somebody, another person doing element science, or your scientists or certain things, wondering how certain things are infiltrated into the things that they're doing naturally, and it's because the ignorance of other people's social economics is not educated. So if you're international security, even down to the social private districts, you better learn what the fuck is going on but when you're in college before you start putting on that badge and uniform. I'm just gonna tell you just like this, yo, listen, and be careful. Do not give it to no biohazard debris people. Keep all your infections, your disease, sicknesses, sexual transmitted diseases of your on the celestial earth cellular structure that rejuvenate the natural matter to the physical away from me at all times, so we don't have no sexual conduct. If you're doing mythology filters a certain type of way, if I'm not there for the conduct or certain type of way, do not let the low habitation of the quality come to me, or the manipulation, the one that just been manipulating and just been trying to network with other people that have been manipulated through time. I'm telling you, keep them away from me, so it doesn't endanger the purity of all social economics, of their legacies and lineages, and the reason of the dignities and signatures of the continuance of my habitation and physical reality, because I made this earth, so I know exactly what I'm speaking about. So now I'm just gonna be real with you. Make sure you pay me. I get my love, my sex, my happiness, my times for meditation, cleanliness, upright, polite, delightful, militant in one consciousness to habitation, and individuals that's not slothful, that will cause all type of deterioration, or especially keep away your hoes or your escorts, or individuals trying to train whores or escorts away from me in the physical reality. Seriously. And I'm just going to be real with you. And then I have nothing else to tell you, because all that is physics to the natural physical reality, and all that will give you an easier, happier life, and you won't have to worry about deterioration or biohazard debris or other individuals that's demoralizing their physical, interrupting in your privacy or your sacredcy of your social economics. I'm just going to be real with you, because once you're educated, it causes a lot of things not to happen. You won't have people bothering you, certain people bothering you for gas. You won't worry about people trying to infiltrate your land. You won't worry about a lot of type of situations and inequality. I'm just going to be real with you. So be careful. Today is March 8th, 2019. 2562, according to the core, certain things of other social economic systems, like even Asia, like Japan, Korea. I'm just gonna let you know. So be very careful, and be very careful of the girl named Emily Herminia. Be careful of individuals of Star Trek, and be careful of how people manipulating or infiltrating the digital system with their computer viruses, computer shutdowns, all type of other things happening and causing all type of situations ahead of time. Because when I was doing SanDisk on the Sprint Boost mobile phone, there was all type of discrepancies happening, and I kept on changing my phone because individuals trying to manipulate for the quality of the physics, because they just wanted to get certain finance in the way they were manipulating. Don't have people trying to manipulate you for certain type of finance. Be careful of the people that's trying to get your social economic equality also. And I command and control, I educate all international security, I command and control everything I said. That's what it is. And then this is a note. This is what I'm telling you ahead of time for all paradigms of time, because paradigm, the truth remains the same. It just as with time, it just remains the same truth. And to my other children out there, be careful of the star beings coming out there looking at you and wanting to recondition you or demoralize you to recondition you. Because if you wanted to survive for your astrological tree, for you could identify the reason of your higher intellect, of your mythology, metaphysics, of your social habitation, of their purity, I'm gonna just tell you just like this: be careful of other people trying to recondition you. That just be wanting just to do other things, and they're telling you can have fun like you could be a disease, because it could be already some biohazard debris that doesn't care about life. And on top of it, you'll never be able to save yourself, and you don't want your family members that the reason that you went off, or people that wouldn't go off, dying and losing the reason that you can't even have a dignity, or if you could ever end up on your plane of purity never being forgiven in the paradigm of time. Because if something happens in anatomy and light, you don't want another person taking advantage of you a certain type of way in the paradigm of time in anatomy and light, because anatomy is still past, present, and future, even to the highest intellect of the reason of the quality of the of the matter and the magnitude of one's atom. How can I say this? Anatomy of alchemy on a low form of physics science, so you can understand alchemy of light, of the reason of the higher quality of one's intensity of refinement of receptiveness. So I'm just gonna tell you just like this, So be careful of being reconditioned and other people trying to recondition you, because that could be a martial art blow. Another person just keeping you as a hostage, for they could just give a martial art blow and rape through your pillaging and your family. And then you're wondering where in the paradigm, especially if you're a white matter or light matter, you're wondering where in the paradigm did you go wrong, or dark depth matter of one jewel stone or element. You weren't wearing the paradigm you went wrong in your physical habitation is by probably the person you were in circumference with that held you as a hostage a certain type of way, that got you at a certain type of time, that probably manipulated the form of mathematics to get you a point of the physical reality. And the next they'll just continue getting at you a certain type of way. And the next this is the reason why a person looked upon you. Like, you ever had a parent like me? I'm your real parent, because I'm real wild, nothing new under the sun. I'll be looking at you funny in time, like, I gotta do something with you, but I'll put you somewhere, and then find out, and one day we don't see each other, something happened to me, and then we arguing after I'm recovering, and then you wondering why I did what I did to you. I'm recovering, and we argue, so you should be making sure I'm okay, correcting the situation, and then another person got you arguing with me. That's the person that manipulated you, that caused the situation. That's probably why you were in the situation ahead of time, and then for an individual to make sure about the situation will cause the argument. Now, we actually in front of each other to say if we argue or whatever, now whoever you with or whoever's commanding or controlling things is caused the situation to happen, and that's why you understand what's going on at that point of level in the physics and the physical reality at the time. That's it. It's just because it's a recovery. It's like recovery, making up. But if you can't make up, obviously, what's causing you not to be able to make up? It must be the person that you sharing some type of habitation or harmony or social equality with. So be careful of who you're doing certain things with when you're supposed to be educated when it comes to your historical events. Historical, I'm the real Troy, historical events. Hi, how you doing? The real Troy, the story is the real Troy, me himself, superstar himself. Hi, star, Troy, Helen's husband. Yeah, the real Helen of Troy. Yes. Okay, good. Now you know who I am. I explained everything. You have DNA test, everything. So, matter of fact, even your elements of Helen of Troy or any empress or any social economics of your mythology, the DNA, my DNA shows you that I'm the purity of the beginning of the DNA, because I'm the highest of quality when you put it to the test under the scope. You're going to see I'm the one that really refines it over anybody else's DNA in any social economics, even a star being. Find out for yourself. Loved one, how can I say this? Ta-ta, bye-bye. And be careful of your creepers. I hope you see what I'm seeing.